What's up everybody, I'm Jeremy from WeldTec Designs and I got my handy dandy tape measure, so I'm going to throw down some education for you guys. So look at this awesome tire. This is a 315 7017 tire sitting on a 17 by 8.5 method wheel. So whether you want to run a 315 or a 35 on your Ford van, I know that's a big thing that a lot of you guys want to do. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the necessary things in order to achieve that. That way your tire isn't rubbing on your wheel well right here, because there are some big differences between that and how we normally do the Baja Grocery Getter kit to set you up to run a 285s. So one of the big things right here is going to be this radius arm bracket. So this is the radius arm bracket that you're going to get in the kit. And you know that when we do this, we're going to typically, we take a measurement hooked on the front of that. So what we're going to do is when we do this here, we're going to want to come back about 9.5 inches on the tape measure, and you can see it's already even marked on the tape measure. That's how many times they've done it. So we're coming back about 9.5 inches. If you really want to get crazy, you could go 9 3/8 of an inch. Now, if you do that alone, you're going to run into some other issues, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that now on the I-beam. All right, so I got my handy dandy lightsaber here to show you guys what's going on. So the big thing is this bolt right here that's in the front of the I-beam. This is going to be going to your passenger side I-beam. And what's going to happen here is we always want to make sure that the nut is going to be on the front part of the van. That way the head of the bolt's going to be smaller. But if you carefully look right here, you're going to see that we actually ground away a little bit of the front face of this I-beam right here in order to clear for that. If you did go jump your van or just on a compression, it's going to come all the way up. It would totally clear that bolt. So that's going to be the second thing that you're going to have to do in the front to clear those 35-inch tires. That's something that's super important, and you don't want to get too much. If you look all the way up here though, I'm going to make Austin come all the way around. You can see that the I-beam is already originally done like that. Up here, this is OEM from the factory. So you're kind of doing a similar like cutout just to clear that bolt. So that's tip number 2 on your Baja Grocery Getter kit to run 35s. So the next thing is we're gonna jump to the back of the van, and that's gonna be a wheel spacer. So typically when we run a 35-inch tire, we are going to 1.5 inch wheel spacer. We do have a video as well on how to install wheel spacers, and I would throw up a card right there. So if you wanna check out that video on how to install them. And the biggest reason we're doing that is because the tire width is going to be so much wider. As we come around here and look, you will see that if we didn't have this 1.5 inch wheel spacer, this tire would actually want to rub up here on the inner part of the body. Not only when it's sitting at ride height, but also when just this vehicle is going to articulate, because it does have a bigger set of springs in the back for the lift. Now, even if you're going to do blocks, I still recommend that you run that 1.5 inch wheel spacer. Now, one thing I will tell you guys, in addition to, if you have the 5.4 or even the 7.3 liter, maybe not as much, but with that 5.4 and running 35s, I would tell you, I would definitely consider running gears as well. I personally am running a 456 gear ratio in my Ford van with a 5.4 and 35-inch tires. So something to think about. In this here, you can see we have done gears, and you can see that airline. We've also added a air locker to the back of this. So a lot of really cool things. This will have a whole video in itself, and I'll throw up a card. So if you guys want to know more about this van build, it's right there. But those are just going to be my 3.5 kind of little tips and tricks on running 35-inch tires. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Jeremy from WeldTec Designs, and I'll see you guys in the next video.